What is going on, everybody? We are back with another episode of the Quigley Podcast, and we actually do a great job of staying on topic this time. I can't lie. We did some yapping, but not as bad as usual. We definitely went into detail around our thoughts about the LVT LAN, and then did a little bit of a deep dive into the new pod system, going into the split where we're swapping some things up for College Halo as we look towards the middle of the season, and really start to give our insights on what we think is going to start to change as we look towards the race for playoffs. As always, we appreciate the support, and we hope you guys enjoy this video just as much as we did making it. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another week of the Quigley Podcast. And once again, I said another week because I don't remember which week it is. I believe this is week 3 of season 3. Am I correct?
Yeah. We're on 3 episodes into this season.
I don't know what we're going to talk about because usually we yap a lot before these recording sessions, and this time we're supposed to be helping a school scrim after the said recording session, so we're trying to just get into it. And usually we have some sort of idea of where we're going.
Well, I mean,
I got nothing. Oh, I do have an idea of where we're going.
Swing it, son.
LVT LAN. Let's talk about it. I came in the back of my head while I was saying all that. I was like, Halo.
What's going on with Halo? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, what's happening with Halo?
You're like, what could be going on? Yes, actually, there are a few things I'm going to talk about with the LVT LAN, and that's for everybody. I'm currently in a, and I'm gonna give some preface to this, right? Currently in a business degree. Okay. Me and Ben have been yapping about a few things in the space, just like ourselves. But we're going to talk about the placings. We're going to talk about the teams. I also want to talk about how they split the prize pool for this LAN.
Might I ask a question before you get too deep?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you may have wanted to talk about it later, but I just so I have an idea, there were no spectators at this event, right? It was just players and like the staff, from what I saw.
I want to say yes.
Okay, because I know, like, I saw like the guy himself, Louis Vuitton, like LVT, said like added Halo or something and was like, get us an event with spectators, it would go insane. Because it was like that clip of like Cycle
yelling,
or no, yeah, it was Cycle like yelling, yeah. So okay, sorry, continue what you were saying. I didn't want to like talk about it later and then sound stupid because I was like, there's no spectators, and there were.
I think the only spectators in that aspect were the ones that got eliminated first. They didn't have to leave the venue or anything. From my knowledge,
okay,
there was a lot of free stations, like PlayStations, to just hang out because they canceled the Halo 3 thing. But
I did do that.
Ultimately, I want to talk about this prize pool that we had here, and let alone like shout out to all the teams, but I really want to hit this prize pool first because I want everybody to kind of get the understanding of where we went from HCS to what this LVT LAN was. We had a Halo event that, playing Halo Infinite, had a prize pool of $15,000. Where Worlds was it $1 million for Worlds?
I'm almost certain it was.
I think so. It was $1 million. And for the listeners out there, if you don't, I'm gonna double check. But for the listeners out there, I want to give some insight. Prize pools, when you read prize pools, people, okay, it was $1 million. You split up the prize pool. Usually what it is, it's top 8. Top 8 has a bite at that prize pool. Everyone else is earning points or some sort of, in some sort of fashion, a way to move on through tournaments and have good placings. But top 8 is what splits your prize pool. Now that can obviously change based on the amount of players. I know a lot of people out there, we've talked about in the past, like Pokemon prize pools are based on like top 16, but top 8 earns the most out of the top 16. Like top 16 doesn't really earn a lot. But like we went from like Worlds being $1 million to, this first LAN going into HCS. Yes, held by LVT, not necessarily HCS. Being 15,000. So very huge difference. Not a lot there. And
First place or like entire prize pool?
entire prize pool is $15,000. Not huge.
Yeah, yikes.
First place for everybody out there was, I mean, Shopify, give Wyatt their flowers, but they won it in losers bracket. They came out of losers bracket after being dropped by Kraken Seas. So shout out to that org. Kraken Seas ended up being fourth in the event. Shopify did get back in that situation. But Shopify did end up coming out on top. And this is also our first event where we don't have all these. We don't have all the players playing. We don't have Formal. We don't have Renegade. We don't have. Or no, we did have Bound. I think that roster played.
What did you think about that? Bound coming back?
I
know a lot of people thought that like he was going to just full retire when he left COD.
Well, he just said he was taking a break until announcements after COD. He didn't necessarily say he was out, but he was going home. And I'm going to bet there were conversations had, and he's probably still very close to Eco and Stellar, which for everybody, it's Eco, Stellar, Bound, and Sarion is the roster.
Which is 3/4 of what that old SSG / Cloud9 roster used to be.
Correct. And instead of Legend, you got Sarion. To be fair, if anybody's watched them play, Sarion is not an upgrade to that roster. But we're also in an era of Halo where it's just kind of weird. You don't necessarily know what route you want to go. But I don't think they went to this event, actually. Fun fact. I don't think they were at the LVT LAN. If they were, they weren't top 6. I'll tell you that.
Do you think that had a reason to do with prize pool and just like, I mean, and I don't like, it sounds really bad because at the end of the day, like, I'm just happy that anybody is trying to do anything for the scene in itself. But like, do you think the reason why we didn't see some of our top players outside of SR, I mean, of course we had Trippy and Druck and like there was a few, or Taluk, like there was a few top players up there, but not seeing the level of play that we have been seeing. Do you think a lot of that was accounted to like maybe some of these pros don't want to play for that little of a prize pool?
Let's quote a player here that we talked about in the past, Yak, right? He said, there's not a lot of money in Halo right now. If he didn't have the Worlds Fund, he'd be having to get a job and balance that. So I think there is a lot of talk in that, but I do kind of question that roster with Eco, Stellar, and Bound. Like, they have multiple LAN wins. They had SSG paycheck, which was probably around $50,000 to $60,000, which is a livable wage if you're just a gamer. And they honestly got a lot of free stuff. So I just kind of question why they weren't there. It could have been also scheduling by the time they got their team, if they wanted to go. And I think more or less it's a want to go. The prize pool, I don't think really matters to people. Because, I mean, you got Penguin that went. Obviously, no EU guys went in this situation. No Mexico teams went. But you have a want to go, and this is a really low prize pool.
So it was an in event.
Yeah. I think anybody could have technically signed up.
Yeah, but I feel like it was like announced so late. Like, I just feel like anybody who was outside of NA, that would have been like an insane distance to travel for that quick of time, and to only make that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's an easy chance you could spend more money flying over here than you would make if you won the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like first place got $5,200, which what like that's also a weird split, by the way. 5,200, weird split. But essentially, I mean, let's talk about, and I'm going to talk about this real quick, just to kind of caters to that prize pool and what you just said. it was announced so late, right? And for any listeners out there, LVT spent a lot of time, and this is where this is LVT. He is not HCS. He is a partnered streamer. He's a partner like business owner that helped with open bracket, etc. Right? He has his only ties were giving the availability to help them stream and partner with HCS. So that since HCS wasn't a thing, he's just LVT, right? This is all him. But his sponsors are obviously LVT and Grassroots. But they got the GameSir sponsor. They got Techport eSports, which is where they were, I believe, like the location. They got DSA, which is, I think it's digital sports something administration. I think it is. For the viewers, you just see me zooming in.
You about DSA?
What? That's what I said.
DSA? I mean, I didn't hear you. I just heard you say digital sports minister. I think you're correct.
Yeah.
On DSA.
But that was one of their sponsors, and the final sponsor was Red Bull. Yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't even know that.
So, well, see, that's kind of the depressing thing that hits me. You had Red Bull.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
You didn't. I didn't know that until I watched it. They had Red Bull replays. Was there like, like the NFL does certain things, like the Budweiser stuff and like the end zone stuff are based on their sponsors.
Are you trying to say we should get Bud Light to be a Halo sponsor? No,
apparently that's where the money is. But like Red Bull, they had Red Bull replay. Like you have to get permission to do that. And like I'm looking at this and I'm kind of sad that the prize pool is only 15,000. I imagine Techport Esports just supplied the venue and or actually, I don't even think they supplied all the equipment. I bet you Techport supplied the venue. They're like, that's what we'll give you. That's our in to this event. DSA applied the equipment. They're like, that's our in to this event. So that's two sponsors there that are giving no money. LVT's probably fronted some money. Grassroots, I don't know if they front anything, or maybe they did because they were advertising it in their scheduling. So maybe Halo did supply a little bit. Who knows? GameSir supplied a lot of controllers, a lot of free giveaways. Probably didn't supply a lot of money there. But then you have a Red Bull. Like we have 3 sponsors that probably supplied nothing. And then 2 sponsors that probably supplied the rest. And I kind of question, like, 15,000 just seems low. I agree. Higher probably would have got more attraction. But it's one of those things where, like, the Halo Infinite side was struggling. And I mean, they canceled one of the events out of the 4. There were 4 events
because there wasn't enough like sign up.
And here's the thing. They did Halo 5 PC 2v2s.
Oh yeah, that PC.
Yeah.
How? Wait. How?
I don't know. You not know? That's what they said.
There's no. They had to have done Xbox. There's no way.
Well, it says PC. LVT.
Where does it say PC?
On LVT's Twitter.
Are you sure?
I mean, I didn't watch it. I don't even know.
All right, we gotta talk to somebody. I gotta figure out how they did this.
And not many people are sitting here. Let's see.
I feel like it had to be a typo.
I mean, how
do
you
people just know that?
Well, the thing is they said Halo Infinite 4v4. They said Halo Infinite 2v2, and then they say Halo 5 PC 2v2. Like, what I'm saying is they had to add PC. You get what I'm saying?
Maybe PC means something else that we're not figuring out here.
What would it mean?
Did they say Halo Infinite PV or PC?
See, they didn't say Halo Infinite PC, but it says Halo 5 PC. I mean, maybe it does. Even on the MVP returns, LVT LAN 2v2, Halo 5 PC results.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, no.
That one's strange. That one's strange because I feel like I'd love to hear something more on that because as far as I know, there's no such thing. Like, respectfully, there is no such thing. We don't have a Halo 5 PC port. And if they somehow have access to it, I'd really like to know how. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm looking at them right now. Their seats don't have Xboxes on them.
Bro. They gotta have Xboxes.
There's a video of Frosty and
I refuse to believe that they don't have Xboxes. Like it.
Dude,
I just dropped my controller.
Telling you, it has Frosty and Cycle.
And
it says Halo 5. It's got pistol starts. And I don't see an Xbox.
LVT. When you watch this, because I know you guys have to watch our podcast. Like, it's the premium College Halo podcast. It's the premium Halo podcast. LVT. How? That's all I'm asking. I just need a name. Who leaked this to you? Who gave this to you? Do you know? Wait, you're not giving me anything here. I'm tweaking out.
Oh.
What? Don't just say oh. You got to tell me something.
Halo 5 Guardians is not natively available on PC, but it's playable via free Halo 5 Forge on the Microsoft Store, which allows you to play custom games and map editor, or Xbox Cloud Gaming with Game Pass Ultimate. The Forge version supports mouse and keyboard 4K, though it lacks campaign and matchmaking. Modding can enable 240 FPS and 100 FOV.
So we can play this like together if we're in the same room, is what you're telling me.
Is what it looks like. Well, it says campaign and matchmaking, but custom games is available. And if we're on, and we can play with it. We're going to play with it. We'll figure it out. There's a lot of videos, actually.
Okay. I can be persuaded.
So I imagine a LAN.
Very, very, very easily persuaded, to be honest.
I imagine a LAN, yes, happened. Like, they might have done a LAN setup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's 100% on PC, technically. For, like, like if we did 8s. So maybe we can make it work. Or maybe we just sound really faded. You know? We
might be faded.
We could honestly sound like very faded, but like if I sat here and I said Halo 5 Forge, see, I mean, it doesn't pop up, and I have Game Pass Ultimate. But if I go to like cloud gaming, right? It still doesn't pop up. So maybe we just have to look into this, because it's looks like a sought after thing.
Okay.
It looks like something, but they did something. I'm telling you, like, there's no Xboxes on that screen.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know what they did. They downloaded this thing that they have now, and
yeah, they had to have done that. So we'll look into it. Maybe College Halo will agree to do something. That'd be wild. But anyways,
I would play in a.
I would too.
Actually. In a little 5v5 type deal, you know, or a H5 type deal, you know.
I mean, I'm pretty bad at H5, but I'd still do it.
Bad at H5? Whoa, come on, bro.
I mean, it's the jetpacks that mess with me. Anyways, so the prize pool is wonky, but $1,000 went to the Halo 5 2v2. And
Wait,
500.
out of the 15,000?
No.
Wait, so there was an
No.
extra prize pool that went to the H5? Is that what you're telling me?
To the 2v2s, there was different prize pools. One was 1,000 for the H5 and 500 for the Halo Infinite 2v2.
Okay. I get where you're going now.
Shopify won it all. They got first place in each one. For the listeners.
Fair enough. We're right back where we were.
Ben's
right
got a
back where we
face.
were.
But I hope
I was just making a face. Sorry, I should have said something quicker.
I hope that Kraken C's doing what they did though, where they knock Shopify to losers, and it wasn't Optic, it wasn't the suspected phase roster, which got third. Or never mind, they're not the suspected phase roster. My bad. The suspected phase roster was not there, but
they weren't like none of their players. Because I haven't. Who is this roster? I can't remember. We talked about it one time.
It's the Eco one, the Eco Stellar bound.
Oh, okay.
At least I don't see them saying they're there, and I can't tell what this third place team is because they don't have a. Could we just say Bound and Co. if it was them? Here, I'll just go look. But no, Bound was not there. That's how quick I am, guys.
Fair enough. He's locked.
But Shopify won it all. But Kraken C's, I just hope that was a wake up call to teams to be like, wait a minute, Shopify can falter. They can be dropped to losers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily know what that means. Like them getting dropped down to losers, I don't know what that meant. Like that game was wild. I think it was a 3-1 Kraken C's. Maybe a 3-2.
It was a 3-1.
Oh, 3-1? Yeah.
3-1. And they lost a game where they were up like 200-15 or something. Like it was insane, and Kraken C's was able to come back and win it.
So yeah, like I mean, I think that's Yak and crew, them right? Good team. But Yak is right. There's not a lot of money here, and they just got $1,500 between 4 people. Rough.
Yeah, I don't know. Like to a certain point, don't you think that to some of those and like let me just go and say, like once again, I am not trying to say anything. Like I am not trying to dog on LVT. I'm not trying to dog on anybody. Like $15,000 is a lot of money. You know what I mean? $5,000 is a lot of money. But when split 4 ways, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you almost have to feel like it's kind of like a slap in the face to some of these pros who have been making so much money. And for one thing, that's kind of a look at how the money values work now because of just how inflated a lot of these players are getting paid, or inflated their paychecks are becoming and their prize pools are becoming. But you got to kind of think like that's. I don't know, dude. I just feel like that's like I said, like I feel like that's a slap in the face. Like, oh hey, here's, you've been making some of these guys have probably been making $5,000 easily a month. You know what I mean? True. And here they are in an event where they're not even going to make close to that if they win first place in this tournament. And once again, it is a grassroots tournament. I am not trying to dog on it at all. I am very excited that there's anybody who even wants to run those types of things. I'm just trying to say that I do feel bad for LVT for not maybe getting the, I guess, like overall, player selection, player pool that they may have wanted, because there's a lot of these guys who maybe didn't want to play, to travel and do all this stuff and get ready and prepare to go play for that type of money.
Yeah, and I mean, I think DreamHack's only 25,000, right? I think so. So like, I mean, even now we're looking at DreamHack, and DreamHack's pretty low, but it's not funded by HGS, so
it's not. Oh yeah, isn't that just gonna be DreamHack in the European Halo League or whatever?
I think so, and it's funded by esports teams like Shopify and Space Station and FaZe and them.
That's right.
but I don't think if there's anything funded by HCS, it's very little. Even Tashi said that, like, it's very little, like, events will be had. But I just realized I'm gonna so for the listeners, I got a dog crate behind me for dog sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And funny thing is I thought I covered the whole cage. So like you cover the cages to let the dog feel like, sheltered, then go to sleep. I could see the dog out of the side because the blanket's not long enough.
Got you.
I'm
Yeah.
horrible. I'm horrible.
Very nice.
But like, so prize pools just aren't big this year, but I'm really questioning what these conversations with sponsors are like, because like, are we just getting names to be names? Or did we get Gamester just to give away controllers? Like, that sounds wild, but it's not an expensive controller.
They gave me one for free.
I mean, I have a Scuff. I spent 200. I didn't spend $200. I won't talk about my discount, but like, I have a Scuff, and that's really expensive. So, what?
You're saying you have a discount, and you're not giving everyone at College Halo the same discount? What's happening here?
I have offered to everybody in leadership.
Oh, that is true. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh, just in leadership. Okay.
That's faded. Well, can you fix somebody's electricity in College Halo? Huh? Can you do that?
I can if they live close enough.
See? Oh wow, distance is a problem, is it?
Yes, it actually is. That's a you can ship from bestbuy.com to anywhere. That does not, you know what I mean?
That's true. Okay. All right. Look.
What are you gonna do? Ship me? Like,
I could actually. Fun fact. But I don't know. These low prize pools are kind of stressful, like you said. Is there an actual, give for anybody to want to go do it? I think for us, yes. But like, let's say we wanted to do it, like, that's a prize pool that would entice people like us. But it's also like we're going into an event and Shopify signed up,
Mm-hmm.
like, are we going to be Shopify? No, not, we just won't.
Maybe for cracking seas,
Oh yeah, let me just casually go be Yak, breaking shot, like, it's just,
I mean, let's think here.
Okay.
Me and you, two
Okay.
others. Quigley team for Atlanta.
Actually, we'll talk about that after this podcast because I want to out anything. I was going to talk to you about something.
Oh, okay. Talking about stuff. Oh.
Ben's like, I'm included finally.
Yes.
It's like, yeah,
they trust me again. I haven't leaked in a while, so they're actually trusting me with information.
But I'm excited. I want to see how DreamHack Birmingham goes, because half the teams that went to the LVT LAN are not going to Birmingham. So that's also for the listeners out there and the watchers. Half the teams at the LVT LAN are probably not going to Birmingham because it's in Europe.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to Birmingham, bro. No offense or anything to Birmingham people. I know we have some viewers from all over the place, but like, come on.
But I think keep it real. I think that's also the issue where, like, going, like, you need that esports back team, like FaZe, SSG, Shopify.
From a business standpoint, because I've never thought about it until I don't know, it just popped into my head. Do you think that that the reason why they're doing both DreamHacks is because it really is like you're saying, because we do know that it's like team hosted events. Do you think that they specifically did DreamHacks because some of these teams were able to get up with DreamHack and like they knew that there would be basically like a quote unquote cheaper venue to play out of, because they wouldn't have to go find their own venue and pay venue prices and things because it would already be being used for DreamHack?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they, instead of paying for a venue, they're paying for a section of the venue. You get what I'm saying? Like 100% is that they're paying for a section of the venue is all they're doing. Definitely saved a lot of money.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
And again, he's so mad at me. It's okay.
Talking to the dog. He's talking to the dog.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like this is 100% the DreamHack Avenue. I think should happen all the time. I think I think just like when we had MLG, we had UMGs, we had all these different like. Oh, he's got his finger up.
Keep talking. You just said something very important.
But it's like all those different like side events we used to have where you would go and there would be COD, Halo, Gears all in one thing. You know what I mean? You had everybody in the same house. Yes, the prize pools weren't big back then, but that is huge because guess what? If I go to watch COD, I can look to the left and I might see a Halo event and be like, man, I'm going to go to that one too. They should have all Microsoft. I'm calling out to you, Microsoft. You got a new CEO, okay? Phil Spencer's out of the building, okay? Got a new CEO telling you she needs to look at this and be like, okay, let's market esports, okay? Put them all in the same place. It doesn't even have to be DreamHack. It could be your own thing, and you're like, I'm gonna have Call of Duty, Halo, and if they brought back Gears, they're gonna have all in the same venue, same time of year, same schedule.
So I just want to say this is the exact direction where I was trying to go earlier. When I was like pointing at you just a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
They did just announce this new person coming in. Well, not coming in. What's her name? Has been working with them for a very long time. It's I don't know why am I blanking right now? It's not that she's coming in, she's moving up within the company, right? And I've seen a lot of like all of a sudden the talk has begun again where people are like, "Oh, this is like our opportunity to finally get our voices heard," which let's keep it 100% honest, boys. Our voices are not being heard on Twitter, okay? Your messages on Twitter are going into the void. You guys ever seen that meme where the guy's like looking at the brick wall? Okay, if you're an audio listener, I just did hand motions and made it look like I'm talking to a brick wall, okay? That's what we look like on Twitter. But the point is like, the idea is at least back out there that people know, hey, they own the rights to MLG. Like, why I don't understand why that entire system, that ecosystem of this company is not allowed to flourish like we've seen it in the past, and now that they own, like it's not like they have to do anything special. They own Activision, they own Halo Studios, they own who makes Gears,
Coalition and all that.
Yeah, like they own some of the larger, what I would say, at least back in the day, larger, maybe not nowadays, because you've got like Riot and there's
Right.
Dota also from Valve. Like there's definitely larger competitive games, but they own some of what were at a time the biggest competitive games that we had. And they were all playing at the same events a long time ago. Why can't they do it now?
Exactly. Like I know it's probably conversation of I want as many viewers as possible at each event, right? So you split them up. But esports, in my opinion, is a different ecosystem. Okay. It's a different foundation. Now, if the event's big enough, like Worlds, maybe, split it up. But we had a lot of room at Charlotte, you know what I mean, in that venue of unused space because of the amount of people. If you watch these CODs events, they have a lot of unused space at these venues. Like,
yeah.
Like you can have your own MLG event and it be the Atlanta, or what is it? They're not Atlanta anymore. Who are they? They're Vegas. The FaZe Vegas, Homestead, for example, for COD. And then for Halo, it's the FaZe Open Series. Like you can still call the esports event at MLG something else, but it's a full like MLG event. You have, I don't understand why we don't have Gears anymore. It really makes no sense to me. Like, no offense, there may be a lot of people watching COD. There are more people watching Gears streamers consistently than they are watching majority of the CDL players play a game and majority of the current Halo players playing a game. Okay, I just saw like,
I mean, I don't know, bro. Dash, you be pulling numbers.
What team is he on? Oh, right. He's got the green wall behind him. They pull up anybody on that roster, dude.
That is true. That is a fair. Whoa, whoa! Don't you have the flag in the background? Aren't you supposed to be glazing right now?
I'm just saying this flag carries a lot of weight when you're on that team.
Okay, okay.
Any Optic player on Halo carried the
Mm-hmm.
most viewers on Halo. They carried the most viewers on Halo. Any Optic player on COD, they carry the most viewers just because they're there. Shotzzy gained like 10K viewers once he went from Dallas to Optic. You know, like it's a Hex has done very well with that brand, and I think he's done it right to have that community. But it's one of those things where you have to build it, and no one's building it, right? We don't have MLG. We don't have HCS right now. We don't have Gears Champ Series. You know, we don't have it, and it's very difficult, right? We have COD, and it's honestly, if you look at the numbers, COD is at the lowest it's ever been. It had record-breaking low sales this year. Halo Infinite launch had more sales. Halo Infinite had a free multiplayer, everybody. Halo Infinite had more sales.
That is true. That is true.
For the game than Black Ops 7 did. And Halo launched during COVID. Halo launched when people didn't have jobs. Just saying, Black Ops 7 had record. Like I play Call of Duty right now in ranked. I'm Crim 1, and I play against the same 4 people like 8 times in a row. Yes, that happens in Halo now. Halo's, we don't have HCS. But
well, Black Ops 7 also sucks. So like, let's just keep it real.
Call of Duty sucked for a while. I don't know how people are even running it, but I'm just like, it's that level.
Vanguard was the last greatest. I mean, Vanguard was the last like incredible COD we had. Vanguard's
the best, bro.
No, I'm just trolling. But yeah, no.
It's
a
really
weird time. It's a weird time in the land for Halo.
I think, and we have these lulls is probably another reason why they don't bring it back. But you have to. That's like when the NFL drops in numbers drastically, and they're like, "Oh God." Do you think they just cancel the NFL next year? No. NFL fought, dude. Dallas Cowboys won 20 years in a row in like the 40s. Like, like they didn't give up. They were like, let's keep the sport going and let's pump some money into it. Give me 1/4, or not 1/4, sorry, 1/16 of that CEO's salary. I'll run a whole eSports league. Just saying. Just one of the rich.
All right, he's saying.
She's one of the richest people in the world right now.
That is true.
So I think that there's something to build. Maybe it can happen. It probably won't happen unless someone bites the bullet. But I do think we need something like that. Just saying.
What is your proposal? You got a proposal? Like you know what I mean? Like let's say what's her name? What's the new lady's name?
I'm gonna butcher it. Please hold.
Okay. I'm holding. It's all good. He's trying to look it up right now because he's afraid he's going to butcher. He's probably going to look it up and still butcher it, but it's okay. We'll just wait for him anyways.
Asha Shar. Asha Shar.
Is it Asa or Asha?
ASHA. Asha.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just thinking like Asa, like maybe the H is like silent or something. You know what I mean?
It could be. I mean, she's got some cool tweets here.
Yeah. Well, look. All I'm saying is, let's say let's do the TikTok meme, right? If you're a visual, if you're a YouTube viewer, you'll this would be more funny than for the audio folks. But the TikTok meme, you receive, I receive, like you receive $20, we receive emoji events for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? Like,
look, like I know we're joking, but she tweeted. She said, "What are the best 3 games? What are the 3 greatest games ever?" What do you think her number 1 is?
Halo 3.
It's just Halo.
Oh, just the entire franchise, huh?
So
Okay.
she tweeted that, and she's replying to people. I mean, I imagine she only did this for a little bit.
I saw Chase kill Jixie, College Halo's own, replied.
And she's replied to a few people, but someone asked her, "What are your top 3?" And she goes, I lost it. Oh my god. Halo, Valheim, and GoldenEye. A lot of people like Valheim.
I mean, I liked Valheim. I just don't think it's a top 3 contender. Like, we're talking about all time.
Yeah, yeah. But
I don't feel
hey,
like that's an all time contender. But okay. I mean,
I'm just
to each their own. To each their own.
I'm just saying she put Halo on that list.
I tip it. I tip it.
But this is also like the crazy thing is that it is a wild era we're in. Halo
Mhm.
gets a lot of love. And this, and I think everybody can agree. Halo gets a lot of love unless it's like they're playing the game, or something. Like we're trying to do something with the game. They're like, wait, why would you do that with Halo? It's like, wait a freaking minute. What do you mean? You know? But
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people in this list put Halo. So,
I tip that. I tip that.
maybe let's a lot of people are putting Halo, Gears of War.
You know what scares me?
What?
They're just gonna see that and be like, "Oh, people are excited about the campaign."
True. But
Like I genuinely think sometimes these guys are tone deaf. Like they just have no clue what is going on anymore.
oh my god, she followed through. Okay, this CEO is great. Someone
What you
said
mean?
someone said Borderlands 2, and she said, I haven't played that yet. I'm gonna go play it. And she went and played Borderlands 2.
How do you know she actually went to go play Borderlands 2?
It's her gamer tag, and it says Borderlands 2 Commando playing level 1.
Where do you see that?
Someone retweeted it at that comment. She literally said, I will try Borderlands 2 today, and within the same 24 hours, she was playing Borderlands 2.
You mean she actually plays games? She doesn't just like yap about it and then disappear?
She did it, bro. She played games. That's
Oh my gosh.
that's
Okay.
that's crazy.
Absolute cinema. No, that's actually
It, it,
sick.
if she can keep this passion,
Yeah.
well, then we might see some light on Xbox in. Just say, like, we might see something coming out of a dark tunnel right now. And I hope so, because, maybe she walked into Halo Studios and was like, hey guys, what are we doing? What?
Yeah.
But that is exciting. For these last like 10, 15 minutes, let's talk. I know we talked about a lot of stuff during the prediction show, but I want me and you to talk about some college Halo stuff.
Okay.
I want us to talk about these pods. Okay.
Okay.
I know you think I'm faded on the Montana, but there might be a lucky just
Just
trip.
talk. Just talk. Just do your thing.
But are you excited for the top 9 now? Like I like that 9-9 split.
Yeah. When I asked Dill or people who Odin that question, I 1000% was excited to hear that. Not that I think it's going to make like that large of a difference or anything. It does create a new structure though, in the sense that there isn't going to be like that. What I would say is like the bottom, just like like I always feel like that 10th place team is the team that genuinely should have been in D2, but was just raised up because there were 10 places. And now, because of the way that they actually have this new structure set, it's going to be the top 3 from each side. And I
Yes.
think that that's going to create a much more competitive, as we're not calling it Division 1 anymore, Osiris League,
Yeah.
And then I also think that means that those bottom 8 are going to end up being a much more interesting, bottom 9, a much more interesting watch if you're, looking at the side of the now no longer Division 2, but Apollo League.
So I would love to hear your opinion. So I know you picked UCF.
Mm-hmm.
The battle for that top in the Hunters League, top 3. ended up being USF versus UCF. That kind of competition was the big talk during the stream. Now, let's say UCF triumphs, right? Like they don't sub in soap. Like USF doesn't sub in soap if he is actually the sub. We don't necessarily 100% know. And we get USF in lower bracket. Soap doesn't play because he's not in, Osiris, and he's in what's the other one? Apollo. Do you see, and I'm trying to think of the teams. Who do you see first place in that Apollo? And I think that's the conversation to have, because none of us think Clemson's going to be there. Like,
Division 2. Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Apollo. Boy, honestly, I would say number one, make sure you guys go watch our prediction show from last week, or well, I guess of this week. I don't know why I said last week, and just kind of get an idea of our thoughts as well as some of College Halo's admin's thoughts on these new pods, the structure in itself, and of course who we actually had picked making it into those two different leagues. For me, I'm trying to think of all the teams because I'm just trying to make sure I have everyone.
I can pull them up and I can read them.
I'm gonna go Oklahoma.
See, okay, I'm glad you said that, because I think the consensus about halfway through is that in that elite league is SNU versus Oklahoma, that third place spot, right? I know we posted, or some people were on the edge of, well, SNU probably still has it. They've been D1 before, for example, when we had D1, the kind of deal. But let's say Oklahoma wins, because SNU did drop to D2, and they weren't top 4. Oklahoma was in D2.
Who?
Oklahoma was top 4. SNU was like 5th or 6th.
Different squad, different team though.
SNU's the same though. Oklahoma's only changed
No, that's what I'm saying. SNU, different team since then.
Oh, what are they now?
They're the team that played in Division 1 last year.
Oh, really?
Minus one person. Yes.
Their
first season in, they were Division 2. Last season, they were Division 1. We played against them in our last season. We beat them, remember?
Did we play?
They were Division 1. Yes. Yes. They were Division 1. One-Eyed Willie, Oak Assassin. Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
They don't have One-Eyed Willie.
Yes, correct. They do not have Willie.
That could be detrimental. I keep thinking Willie's on UOU. I don't know why. What is SNU's record right now? They're not even top 10.
Right now? I don't think they are now. But I don't think they played all their games yet.
Oh, they may not have. I don't know.
The teams should have through the rest of this week to finish out their games, if they haven't already played said games.
Oh, okay. I don't know. That's a coin toss.
If you're a player and you just heard me say that, please, if you have games, do not just wait until the end of this week because I said that. I am not admin. I do not make that call. If you're a player, please ask someone in the College Halo chat so they can tell you the guaranteed answer on that.
This goes live on Friday, friend. You're fine.
Well, I don't want them to watch it Friday and then be like, "Oh, we can wait till Sunday," and then they not be. You know what I mean? Like
they would have already been told they're FF.
Maybe.
Odin's been on top of it.
That's true. He has been.
I don't know that.
I gotta give you that.
That elites. If SNU drops the ball and OU makes it in, I feel bad for OU.
Mm-hmm.
If OU doesn't make it in, I really think OU can beat USF without soap. I think it's possible.
Yeah, I think it is.
Um, but I want to ask you, can you give me some insight on this Penn State team? Do you have anything? Because that was the split in that Jackals division was half of us said Montana State, half of us were saying Penn State.
Um, Here, okay, so I mean, we of course know anyone who knows competitive Halo at like the higher level, especially in like the AMs and like open bracket, we've seen a big like soar in one of these players named Lido. You've probably heard the name, you've probably
Yep.
seen the name, you've probably been fried by the name in ranked. Like he's a good player. Um, for those of you that may not know, Lido did. I don't want to say started his like competitive career, but his earlier days he did play for Penn State. He played for Penn State in college Halo. Um, I have actually had the absolute honor of casting alongside him in some of our playoffs in previous seasons. But as we know, Penn State, you know, from my first season ever playing, Lido was no longer on that team, right? And so they had a new captain, they had new players, and when we played, they were not the same team that everyone knew before when Lido was on that team. They were definitely not as big of contenders. Um, we beat them every time we played them. I think any of the Division One teams pretty much, had an easy go of it against them. Um, so they were like a Division Two team. I don't want to say that they were like the worst of the Division Two teams, but they definitely were not like, you know, qualifying for finals or making it to the end of a tournament or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then they just disappear off the face of the earth. And honestly, I just thought maybe like they weren't really getting the placements that they were with when they had a better squad. Maybe they weren't really happy with having that team as a whole, so maybe the school kind of chalked it. Looks like I was wrong because they are back. I don't necessarily know what that means though, because I haven't gotten to see them play. Like they haven't played on stream or done anything like that. I do know though that they to me, from what I'm seeing, at least in just score reports and from what I'm hearing from other teams that have played them, they do look like the same team. And I don't know if that means, I'm not saying like the same people playing, but just the same caliber of team as a whole. And so with that said, I honestly think we see Penn State at the bottom of Division Two, or as what we're calling it now, the Apollo League. That's just me.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering
I
because
just yapped so long just to get to that final point of I don't think.
I just really wanted, because I agree with you. I haven't seen them either. So I'm sitting here like Penn State, Penn State, but I've seen Montana State play. I haven't seen RIT play. They got FF. You know what I mean? Like I have not seen these teams play. Give an honest opinion.
I will say, Penn State did have an opportunity to be seen on stream the other night. Some technical difficulties happened. They were not able to play. The match ended up being an FF because it was like too late notice or whatever. So UIUC did get the FF over them.
I thought it was UCF.
No, I'm pretty sure it was UIUC. Am I trolling?
I thought UCF was
it might have been UCF. I might have.
I think Monty was in there clowning on him. He's like, bro, when can we FF these guys?
You might be right, because I remember I called UCF the FF Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be like a top tier contending even in Apollo League. I think that they're going to have, they're going to be struggling. But like we've seen that with other teams. Like we said, like Montana State was a team where I don't think anybody ever saw. This season I honestly could see Montana State being like a top 6, and it doesn't sound great, out of 8. But they definitely could contend with some of these teams. I'm thinking like a 5th or 6th placement, where like last season I would have not even put them in the stratosphere of beating anyone, So in Penn State's case like that, I feel like I'm, just continuing to harp on Penn State, but like, I think it's a new team type of thing, right? We see them come out this season, maybe not get the best results, but maybe kind of put some work in over the offseason and come back next for the spring split and be able to kind of surprise us a little bit.
Well, I can tell you this. This has probably been the most excited I've ever been for Halo
Okay.
with the
I tip
pods
that.
and everything.
Mhm.
So I really can't wait to see how it unfolds. Um, but like he said, everybody go watch our prediction show. Definitely tune in live because we do yap about this. We're gonna have a shakeup
Sure.
um, going into this week 4 because I can't wait to see this coming Monday what the pods look like so I can do matchups for what we're gonna call week 4. And then pods end with a tiebreaker to see who gets over the hump or not. But
Mhm.
I mean, overall, very exciting. He's going ham in there. But anyways, we're. Oh, you invited me to play Halo, did you?
I did.
And that notification is now in the video.
Hey, fire. I just want you guys to all know that we still have the passion. As soon as we end stream, we're playing Halo again. We don't want you guys to think that's actually funny. We don't want you guys to think that we just talk Halo. We play Halo.
We really do. I'm actually really excited. So we're gonna kind of end it out here. Everybody, do go subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. You can subscribe if you want. We're trying to beat our first goal of 57 subscribers. We're at 35. And definitely do follow us on Twitter where you get kind of updates. You see me yap sometimes. We try to be consistent. We are working on it. So yeah, I mean, that's what I got. I'm good. Send this off, Ben.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, we appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. We hear you guys. Honestly, like we see the comments. We hear you guys in our Twitch chat. We see you guys in Twitch chat. We hear you guys in the eights calls. We see you guys on Twitter, wherever it may be. We are appreciative. This is why we do it. We do it for the community. We do it for the folks that are, watching these things and enjoy hearing our takes on things. Even the ones who don't enjoy hearing our takes on things. I know Lonzy is going to watch this. He does not enjoy Banksy's takes at all. That's okay because nobody does.
That's true, but it's all love. It's all love, Marie.
It's all love at the end of the day. We appreciate it, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.
Peace.